We're back at NOLA Motorsports Park in Avondale. This is Prep Recruiting Insider, PRI. I'm the coach of PRI, Rick Gailey, along with your Prep Recruiting Insider, Renee Nato. And Renee, last year's class is gone. We're ready to start on next year's class, and it's going to start with the PRI Top 30. And we're starting from number 30. First of all, Tony Branch from Warren Easton.
And this is a Metro Top 30. Tony Branch, 6'2", 330 guard out of Warren Easton, ULL, UL Monroe, Memphis, and Louisiana Tech. 3-year starter, nasty, finishes blocks. He'll be a good one.
Another Eagle, Miles Veen.
Miles Veen, 6'2", 316 nose tackle, Arkansas, TCU, Louisiana Tech, and Texas A&M. He's only played football 3 years, Rick, but he's got good potential. He takes on double and triple team blocks.
And from St. James High School, part of the famous Steib family, Aquinas Steib.
Aquinas Steib, 5'11", 215 out of St. James, Tulane, UTEP, ULL, UL Monroe. He's a 2A All-State performer, hardest worker in the weight room, a solid tackler.
Someone we had on earlier this year at cornerback from Jesuit, Jakari Wiley.
4.55 speed, 5'10", 175 a quarterback. ULL, Stanford, Tulane, and Utah on him. He played some wide receiver for the Jays, good ball skills, and a basketball background.
Someone we also had on earlier in the show from Archbishop Rummel, quarterback Chase Forcade.
6 foot 185, Nicholls State, Missouri, Tulane, Ole Miss, and South Alabama on him. He'll be attending George Junior Day at ULL in March. He'll be going to some camps this summer as well. He plays catcher in baseball. He'll give up that sport in college, makes great decision, and a leader.
And then from St. Charles Catholic, Eric Lewis.
Had him on as well. 4.55 speed, 5'10", 173 cornerback, punt returner. Missouri, Houston, Tulane, Mississippi State are on him. He had 5 interceptions last year, took 3 to the house, district MVP. Also, Rick, 3 punt returns for touchdown for Coach Monica.
A charging Buccaneer from Landry Walker, Tyrell Gilmore.
Defensive end, 6'3", 217, Southern Miss, Tulane, ULL, UL Monroe, multiple sacks in 2014, good motor, basketball skills, very aggressive.
Devin Ben next on the list from John Curtis.
Running back, 5'10", 185, 4.5 speed, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Georgia Tech, Tulane, Ole Miss, and Tennessee. They show some flashes of Reggie Dupart, former Curtis star. He cuts at full speed, and he doesn't give the defender a good shot at him.
Next from Jesuit, someone else we had on the show earlier, Kalijah Lipscomb.
Wide receiver, 5'11", 180. 4.5 speed, Missouri, Tulane, Utah, Stanford, and Minnesota. Can cut on a dime, makes the tough catches, and he blocks. He's got good catching radius.
And then from Holy Cross, Kyle Myers.
Quarterback, 5'11", 165. Offers from Northwestern State and South Florida. Good hips, transitions well, he'll challenge against the run, and he maintains with receivers.
Climbing up the list on the PRI All-Metro Top 30, Robert Green from Eric.
Defensive end, but he'll play outside linebacker. 6'1", 225, Kansas State, Purdue. LSU's looking at him, and Mississippi State has some interest. He'll be a 4-year starter, was the 2013 district MVP. He also runs the hurdles, comes off the edge with a bang.
Another young man we had on earlier in the year from Riverside, Herb McGee.
A wide receiver kick returner, 6'2", 176, has a football offer from LSU, multiple basketball offers, outstanding on the hardwood. He'll be a great punt returner. His dad is 6'7", so his growth potential is still there. He's just scratched the surface in football.
Brother Martin Crusader, tight end Irv Smith.
His dad was the #1 draft choice of the Saints in 1993. Good bloodlines. Tight end, 6'3", 235. Tulane and Miami with offers. Good in basketball, moves well, a very hard worker.
A Ron Eagle from McDonough 35, Clifford Chapman.
Strong safety outside linebacker, just committed to the Tigers of LSU. 6'5", 185, 3-year starter, good range, tackles in space. He'll add about 25 to 30 pounds, Rick. He runs track. He's a long strider.
He's at Miller McCoy now, but he'll be somewhere else this next year. Andre Anthony.
Outside linebacker, 6'4", 210, 4.55 speed, has offers from ULL, Louisiana Tech, Ole Miss, UCF, and Tulane. He can cover the run, covers the slot. He comes off the edge with a great first step. He's going to make someone a good catch.
And that's number 16 through 30 in the PRI All-Metro recruits. And one of the things that we see a lot in that group is a lot of skill.
A lot of skill, and this year is no different than any other. And the 2016 class may surprise you. There's a lot of good sized defensive linemen and a lot of skill positions to be had in the 2016 class.
And we're going to see plenty of changes going forward with a new reclass and Miller McCoy going by the wayside. plenty of exciting news ahead. When we come back, we're going numbers 15 to number 1 on the All Metro Top 30. This is PRI from NOLA Motorsports Park in Avondale. We will be right back. And welcome back to PRI, Prep Recruiting Insider, here at NOLA Motorsports Park in Avondale. I'm your coach, Rick Gailey, along with your Prep Recruiting Insider, Mr. Renee Nato, and we're getting ready to look at the top 15 of the top 30 in the metro area. And we start at number 15, Gerald Wilbon from Destrehan.
6'3", 330 defensive tackle. Texas Tech has offered. I wonder if he may swing over to offensive guard in college. He moves well, uses his hands, very powerful.
And then from McDonough 35, Cy Martin.
Outside linebacker, 6'3", 205, will add about 25, 30 pounds. LSU, Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma watching him very closely. Offers from ULL, Arizona State, Louisiana Tech, and UL Monroe. Covers wide receiver in space, 3-year starter, recognizes quickly.
Another linebacker, this time from John Curtis, Nathaniel Evans.
120 tackles last year, inside linebacker, 5'11", 220. Tulane and ULL have offered. Very physical, can run, all-state performer, downhill tackler, multiple double-digit tackle games.
And then another linebacker, this time an Eagle from Warren Easton, Pernell Jefferson.
6'3", 233 inside linebacker. LSU, Texas A&M are watching him very closely. All-stater last year with 115 tackles. Most gifted player maybe on the defense, and a very talented defense. Sheds the blocks, good drops.
The quarterback of the John Ehret Patriots, who's being recruited as an athlete, Karan Baham.
5'10", 180 with 4.5 speed. Probably will be a slot guy, Rick. Mississippi State, Arizona State, Utah, and ULL are on him. Good broken field runner, good vision. Had 27 rushing touchdowns last year. Runs the 4x1, 4x2.
Another large young man from McDonough 35, who we had on the show earlier, Mastafon Taylor.
Defensive tackle, 6'3", 280. Offers from Tulane, Oklahoma State, Utah, Ole Miss, and Louisiana Tech. Great hands, great desire, balance, moves well, very athletic.
A terrific running back from Holy Cross out of their spread attack, Trey Turner.
We had him on as well, 5'10", 193, 4.33 speed. Mississippi State, LSU, TCU, and Florida State have offered him both baseball and football, and he wants to play both sports. Got a sure outfielder, good arm, good bat. He's also explosive running back, cuts at full speed. He doesn't give the defender a good shot at him, and boy, he is explosive.
An outstanding tight end from St. Augustine, Jamal Pettigrew.
6'6", 225 tight end, LSU commit, good hands. You look at the St. Aug history of tight ends, Rick. Derek Lewis, Malcolm Scott, and Selfish Capers all went to the NFL.
And another running back from Archbishop Shaw, Trey Regis.
5'11", 210. Ole Miss, Tulane have jumped out with offers. Very physical runner, 23 touchdowns, 272 yards and 6 scores against Higgins. Yards after contact, he works extremely hard.
And then Briston Guidry, defensive lineman from Rummel.
Very disruptive, gets into the backfield, demands double teams. Offers from LSU, Mississippi State, Texas A&M, and Tennessee. LSU has some ground to make up.
Another Destrehan Wildcat, Glenn Logan.
6'4", 295 defensive tackle. LSU, Alabama, Arizona State, Florida, and Ole Miss, Tennessee are looking at him. Dominating presence, can play inside or outside defensive end or defensive tackle. Ed Orgeron from LSU is on him.
And then Clyde Chris, next on the list.
6 foot, 175, 4.4 speed. You look at all the wide receivers came out of Warren Easton last year. 4 went on to the college, including Tyron Johnson. He came up with 35 catches for 882 yards. That's 25 yards a catch and 10 scores. He also was injured last year. His numbers are really going to jump. Great catching radius, good separation, finds an opening, and he's got 4.4 speed.
Another John Ehret Patriot linebacker, Michael Divinity.
LSU's in it. Texas A&M is in the mix as well for the 6'2", 220-pounder with 4.6 speed. He runs 111 seconds, the 220, the 222.6. He's, you know, you look at Lemaine Barrow and Thaddeus Washington and Michael Phillips. The school has produced a lot of linebackers. He's right in that group. Great range, collision tackler, and a high football IQ.
Then an outstanding defensive back, Christian Fulton of the Archbishop Rummel Raiders.
He's one of the best cornerbacks in the country, Rick. 6 foot 165, had 10 interceptions last year, transitions well with that 4.43 speed. LSU really holds an edge right now over Georgia, Florida, Nebraska, Ole Miss, Notre Dame, and others. He's also plays basketball, and he's considered one of the best in the country at his position.
And then another young man who's outstanding in his field, offensive tackle Willie Allen of John Carter.
Our number one guy, and you could almost flip those guys, but when you have the same, you go with big, and Willie Allen is 6'7", 310. It could come down to an LSU, Alabama tug of war. He plays basketball. He runs very well. He does the little things very well, is nasty. He works on the little things. He wants to be the best that he can be. And I tell you what, he is a total package as an offensive tackle in college.
And in that top 15, Renee, a few more defensive players than you would think, some great defensive personnel.
And that's going to be great for the colleges in Louisiana recruiting, because you got the Glenn Logans and Briston Guidrys and Mastafon Taylors and guys that can really help upgrade that position immediately in college. And the LSU, Tulanes, ULLs, all those schools in Louisiana are really going to benefit from that.
And we're here at NOLA Motorsports Park. That is your top 30 in the area starting for next year. We're across from the Speed Shop here at NOLA Motorsports Park. Come by and see this awesome facility. We will be right back after this timeout.